What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Grizz, and today we are going to be attempting to rebuild the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, obviously, the Steelers are a bit of a different team. I think, honestly, it was a complete fluke that they made the playoffs this season. It's kind of bad whenever your rookie, not really a rookie quarterback, but the quarterback that everyone's expecting to carry you to the future, and Kenny Pickett, gets hurt, and then you guys make the playoffs with Mason Rudolph. So kind of what we're going to be looking at to do this game, or this rebuild, is obviously build a team to win a bowl. We have 4 years to do it. Kenny Pickett is probably not the future, but we're going to kind of see what kind of trades we want to make, see what we can do in the draft, and we'll just kind of pick it up from there. Now, obviously, first look at the squad. We have Deontay Johnson, George Pickens, two wide receivers that we're going to definitely look to hold on to for the remainder of the rebuild. Allen Robinson, who's a 77 overall star, which is very surprising, but he will not be our wide receiver 3 in the future. Najee Harris and Jalen Warren, one of these two are going to be leaving, probably Warren because of the normal dev trait. Kenny Pickett is a 73 overall star dev trait, which isn't bad by any means. He is only 25 years old, so he's not bad whatsoever, but probably not the future if I'm just going to be 100% honest. Jones, rookie left tackle. Sumala, great left guard. Aside from that, the O-line needs rework. Daniels is terrible. Freiermuth is definitely probably going to be our tight end for the future. I don't see him going anywhere. And then we have a little bit of an aging defense, but we do have Joey Porter. We do have Minka, who will be around for the remainder of the rebuild. TJ Watt, obviously we know TJ Watt. Cole Holcomb isn't bad. Alex Highsmith isn't bad. Obviously Cam Hayward's aging, so we might look to trade him. Might just roll with it, let him walk in free agency whenever his contract expires. Just kind of depends. But team's not great, but the team's also not bad. We have an 88 overall defense, which is obviously exactly where we want to be. We're probably going to run a Kansas City-like offense just so we get Freiermuth and George Pickett's involved, and obviously Deontay Johnson. But gonna kind of take a look around. Not gonna make any trades until at least the deadline or the contract extension mid-season. So yeah, gonna move the offensive schemes and send to mid-season. All right, guys, I take it back. So I threw Jalen Warren up in the trade finder because obviously he's a free agent at the end of the season. We're going to roll with Najee just because of his dev trait. He's 1 year older. Nothing really to worry about there. The Bills were offering me Taylor Rapp in a 7th round pick. I didn't really like the 7th round pick because if you guys know me, I don't really build through the draft aside from a few key positions here and there. So what I did is I offered Jalen Warren to the Bills. I picked up Edwards, who's going to be our left guard for the future. He's young. He's like 24 years old. Taylor Rapp, who's going to be our strong safety for the future because both of our strong safeties are 28 and older. And AJ Epinesa, who's going to slide in on our defensive line. Maybe won't necessarily be a very important piece to the puzzle, but he's still a very solid player nonetheless. So we're going to kind of roll with that. And now I promise we are going to sim and see what we do from here. Alright guys, here at the mid-season mark of year number 1, we are 4-2, which is a very solid record, a lot better than I honestly expected. And the big thing here is just kind of seeing who wants to come back and also who we're going to bring back. Obviously Taylor Rapp is a guy that I want for a while. Being a 77 overall. Okay, I'm starting to like the outfit. I like that. Epinesa is another guy that we're going to need to bring back, so these two are 100% the guys. Aside from that, we're going to let everybody else walk. I feel pretty comfortable in saying that for sure. Yeah. Alright, so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and sim to the end of the season, or at least the playoffs. Hopefully we make them, and we'll pick it up from there. Man, oh man, guys. So at the end of season number 1, we do go 10-7, which is a solid record. But the AFC North was very unstoppable with obviously a healthy Joe Burrow and MVP caliber Lamar Jackson. So we do not make the playoffs, unfortunately. We finished with the 23rd best offense in the league, which is terrible, and the 19th best defense, which is very underwhelming as well. Kenny Pickett, 3,400 yards, 23 touchdowns, 13 picks. Not terrible, I guess. Najee with nearly 1,400 yards, 19 touchdowns. That's very solid. Receiving wise, didn't have a single 1,000-yard receiver. Wow. We gotta get them yards up. Defensively, Cole Holcomb had a solid year. TJ Watt had 14.5 sacks. Cameron Hayward had 11.5. Alex Highsmith with 10.5. And then Epinesa with 5. We'll take that 100%. 5 picks out of the rookie Joey Porter. 3 out of Levi Wallace. 2 out of Pat P. And 1 apiece out of a few other guys. Okay. Not bad at all. Obviously, you're not going to see a Steeler here for Offensive Player of the Year. I guess Najee Harris comes in at number 4. We'll take that. Defensive Player of the Year, though, you got TJ Watt coming in at number 3. We'll take that. Offensive Rookie of the Year, no Steeler. But Defensive Rookie of the Year, your boy Joey Porter takes that. We'll take that every day of the week. So he should get a dev trade upgrade, be at least a superstar, possibly even an X Factor. Kind of depends on what dev trade he gets. But with that being said, obviously didn't make the playoffs, so we'll pick it up in the off season. Alright guys, so here at the re-sign period, obviously we're going to take Najee's player option. Levi Wallace, thinking about it. Epinesa is a guy that, like I was saying earlier, I want him on the squad. He comes back on a fairly cheap deal for us. Same thing with Taylor Rapp. He had a very solid year as well, so we definitely want him. This is a very cheap offer for a 77 overall strong safety that's going to only keep getting better. Aside from that, that is a pretty cheap deal. Will you take that? Okay, he doesn't want to take it. I'm not mad about that. But aside from that, I think that's all we're going to do. In all honesty, based on how our team is looking, I would take Levi Wallace on a 1-year deal. So due to that, we're not going to have any money in free agency. If Cam Hayward didn't perform the way he did this season, I would definitely be looking to move him. But we might give it another year. Obviously, I'm going to look and see what he looks like, because that's obviously a big deal. You definitely want your guy, an Asian guy, you want to get the most value out of him, but we'll have to see. Pat Freiermuth goes up to a superstar. I'll take that every day of the week. I believe he was a star at the beginning of the video. Kenny Pickett goes up to a 76. Nothing crazy, but unless there's some crazy quarterback in the draft, we're going to roll with him for at least 1 more year. Najee's up to an 87. Pickens overtakes Deontay Johnson. He's an 85 overall. Definitely need to be looking to get a wide receiver 3. And then defensively, no huge upgrades at all. Kind of disappointed in that, 100%. With Cameron Hayward going down to an 88, we are going to look to trade him. Alex Highsmith is a superstar. Joey Porter is a superstar as well. Minka obviously holds on to his superstar. Okay, I'm surprised Cole Holcomb didn't go up with his 100-plus tackles, but it's all right. Yeah, so kind of looking at the squad here, we definitely need Bitten's fine at D-tackle. He's young, so I'm not worried about that one bit. Epinesa is fine. We're going to trade away Cam Hayward, hopefully pick up a young left end or right end to replace him. We need a corner. There's no doubt about that. We need a middle linebacker too. I'm okay with Holcomb as long as we have the money to re-sign him. Offensive line is set. Definitely could use a center. Oh wait, no, we have that. Well, Edwards is walking. We definitely need a center. No doubt about that. Possibly even a right tackle, but those are 2 positions that you draft. And a wide receiver 3. So about 5 positions that we definitely need. There's no question about it. Let's see what we can do with Cam Hayward. Worst case scenario, we're going to hold on to him for 1 more year. And that'll be it, guys. I'll either see you with a trade or at the draft. Alright, guys. To be 100% honest, I don't know how I feel about this trade. I didn't expect it to go through. I was honestly intending to add a couple more pieces on so I don't underpay. But we traded away Cam Hayward to the Texans, who, in my opinion, I was kind of analyzing the squads. The Texans are kind of in a win now stage. Their rebuild's over. They made the playoffs last season. They're definitely in a position that they could make a severe run in the playoffs. So we take Nico Collins to be a wide receiver 3, possibly wide receiver 2. 6'5" guy. Dude's a beast. 84 overall. Love it. We pick up this green guy. Don't know much about him, but he is a star left guard, so he's going to slide in for some of our aging O-linemen. And then we also pick up Bryce Huff to replace Cam Hayward, 80 overall, 25 years old, star dev trait. Can't go wrong with any one of those three guys that we traded for. I just don't. I mean, I'm not going to say that we got sold just because of how much Cam Hayward was making and how old he was. So I'm not mad about it whatsoever. So we're going to look to make a couple moves in free agency with the amount of money that we just got. If not, see you guys in the draft. Alright guys, so we had about $13 million to work with in free agency. So I went ahead and picked up Jeff Okudah to be our cornerback 3. Obviously, Pat Pete's regressing. It wouldn't surprise me if he just up and retires on us, to be 100% honest. Jeff Okudah, 25 years old. Crazy cheap deal. Not going to complain too much. We also pick up Aaron Brewer. Very similar situation. I think our center is like a 68 overall, 74 overall in Aaron Brewer. 2-year deal. Pretty cheap. Not mad about these two signings whatsoever. And now let's get into the draft. Alright guys, after some very careful analyzation and looking at players, this Brandon Fleming guy looked like the best value in the first round. There was a left tackle that I was eyeing pretty hard. There was a middle linebacker and a defensive tackle. This guy looks like a freaking beast. I mean, you can see the stats. He was elite in everything except for strength. He was marginal. Who cares about that? He's a corner. 6 foot, 188 pounds, 23 years old, out of Washington. Welcome Brandon Fleming to the squad. Alright guys, and then here in the second round, we draft an O-lineman that's going to be a versatile guy that we can kind of move anywhere that we feel fit. Jason Pearson, another hidden dev trait, 22 years old, out of LSU. Probably going to draft one more time. There seems to be some pretty solid prospects that keep falling that I hope still fall to me. We're about to see right here with our third round pick. Come on, there's a middle linebacker that I'm really eyeing that I was hoping would fall. Marquez Whitehead did fall to me. I've also been kind of eyeing this guy a little bit. Yeah, I'm just kidding. He's terrible. Not the guy I was thinking it was. And that middle linebacker does look like he got drafted, but this one didn't. Don't like him. Alright, let me take a look at some people and see what I'm going to do here. Alright, so the middle linebacker that I was looking at was off the board, but Eddie Murphy is here. I guess the actor decided to come play some football. Look at those stats. Pretty solid for the third round in my opinion. Probably going to do one more draft pick, and then that'll be it. Alright guys, and then here at the draft recap, Brandon Fleming was a flipping beast. Guys, 79 overall corner. He's going to slide in instantly over Patrick Peterson. Wow, what a draft pick. 95 speed on this man. Also, Jason Pearson, 72 overall left guard. He's going to slide right in the starting lineup. And Eddie Murphy at a 75 is going to slide in as middle linebacker number 2. Wow. So now we are honestly... The D-line's a tricky one with this squad. Let me advance to preseason week number 1, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if you go to manage roster here... We'll go ahead and just, generate best lineup. Alright. This is what we are rocking. Might look to trade Samala. Might just... I don't know what we're going to do there. Might trade Samala just because he's older. Obviously very pleased with what we got working here. And then defensively. Solid guys all around. Gonna move Levi Wallace up. I mean, the whole squad is great. Gonna move Murphy up. Here's where we have a glaring need. Not really a glaring need, it's kind of weird. 77 over Epinesa can obviously get the job done. 77 Benton can get the job done. 80 over Bryce Huff can get the job done. Luckily, I mean, most of the time you would see me saying we don't have any pass rush, but we have arguably one of the best in the game here in TJ Watts. So that is why I'm not terribly worried about it. And then looking at our specialties, when I had Joey Porter at slot corner last season. The man had 5 interceptions. I think we're going to do the same thing again. Let me go through here. Yep. We'll leave that. Sub linebacker, I'm okay with Cole Holcomb being there. Let's bring in my man, Porter. And guys, that's all I'm going to do. We're going to send them mid-season. Some people who don't want to re-sign might be getting traded. But that's it so far. This is Kenny Pickett's make or break year. If he doesn't do worth a damn, he's going to be traded. And we're going to hopefully draft the quarterback. But let's see. All right, guys. Here in year number 2, sorry, we're very mid. We're 3-4, I believe. Obviously, Freiermuth is a guy that I want for the whole rebuild. Perfect. He's going to be here. Deontay Johnson, man, this is your one shot to stay on the squad. All right, might be trading Deontay Johnson. James Daniels, hands down, want this guy back on the squad. Okay. Nico Collins, no doubt in my mind, I want you for the remainder of the rebuild. Perfect. There we go. Wide receiver 1 and George Pickens locked. Wide receiver 2 and Nico Collins locked. Deontay Johnson might be on the move. Levi Wallace might bring him back on a 1-year deal. Probably won't, though. Dan Moore, we'll think about it. Allen Robinson, no. Chukwuma Okorafor, definitely nailed that. No. Nope. Well, obviously you're going to accept that. So let's see what we can get for Deontay Johnson. If it's nothing I like, let's kind of roll with it. All right, guys, we are about to pull off a huge trade here. Deontay Johnson, our first next year and second next year, and Okafor, who is not signing back, and our 7th round pick for T. Higgins and Cam Taylor. Sending it through. Hold up. All right, 6th round pick. Sorry. Boom. T. Higgins and Cam Taylor just joined the squad for a massive haul, 100%. Getting rid of the 1st and 2nd next season obviously hurts, but we weren't going. Deontay Johnson wasn't going to want to come back. We pick up T. Higgins. He's making $11 million a year, which is crazy cheap in my opinion. He is our new wide receiver number 1. He's going to be coming in at the slot position. That's it. I did say we're not going to sign this guy back, so we're going to let him walk in free agency. We've got to let the rook start in here at right tackle, see how that works out for us. And then defensively, obviously Cam Taylor-Britt. Oh my God, Fleming's already needed 1 overall without the upgrades. That's crazy. All right, let's make sure we let. Actually, Nico Collins performs very well at the slot. We're gonna leave that as is. But I do know that Joey Porter. Okay, I'm okay with Fleming being our guy there. Yeah, I'm cool with this. Now let's go win some freaking games. Get you guys in the playoffs. All right, guys, huge turnaround here going into the playoffs. As we make the wild card, we go 9-8, and we're taking on the good old Bills here in the wild card round, which is the same as this season's playoffs. Hopefully, it can have a different outcome. Let's look at the stats here. We finished with the 4th best offense in the league. Kenny Pickett might have just bought himself another year. And then defensively, we're terrible. We need to fix that. Probably our D-line. Kenny Pickett with a great year, 4,300 yards, 30 touchdowns, only 12 picks. Rushing-wise, Najee had a great year, 1,400 yards and 20 touchdowns. Dang. Freiermuth, 1,107. Nico Collins, 1,006. T. Higgins, 963 and 6. And George Pickens with 833 and 5. Wow, what a squad. And then defensively, Cole Holcomb with over 100 tackles. Wow, TJ Watt had a great year. 17 sacks, 14 TFLs for Mr. TJ Watt, 7.5 sacks for Alex Highsmith, 20 TFLs. That is insane. Bryce Huff with 2.5, so the sacks definitely fall off after that point. We need someone strong on that D-line, no doubt. Pick-wise, we had Mr. Joey Porter with 4 and Minka with 4, Cole Holcomb and Brandon Fleming, our rook, with 3 apiece, Kazi with 2, Cam Taylor-Britt, and Mr. Eddie Murphy with 1 apiece as well. Did we get I don't care about that. Did we get a Defensive Player of the Year or Rookie of the Year? MVP-wise, Kenny Pickett does come in at number 10. We'll take that. Offensive Player of the Year, we got Najee coming in at number 3. We'll take that. Defensive Player of the Year, TJ Watt coming in at number 3 as well. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I think, yeah, we just had McLeod. He was an alignment, I think, so not expecting much. Oh, man. Fleming does come in at number 4 here for Defensive Rookie of the Year. It is pretty rare to honestly see a corner win that award, so I'm not terribly upset about that. The only thing that I'm really worried about is taking down the Buffalo Bills here and the wild card. Let's see it. Come on, Kenny. Ooh, we do lose by 4, but it was at least a close game. I can't complain too much. In year number 2, we at least make the wild card. Unfortunately, fall short to the Bills, just like this season. But with that being said, great season out of Kenny Pickett. Great season out of a bunch of our rooks. Great season out of our receivers and tight end and running back. We need to improve that D-line, and I think we're solid. So let's do just that here. All right, guys. Right here, obviously going to be picking up Kenny Pickett's 5th-year option. James Daniels, again, like I was saying, definitely want to bring him back. He is relatively cheap. No, Daniels, you don't want to do that to us, man. Oh, all right. Kenyon Green. I'm going to accept his option. I believe he is starting. I sure hope he is. Levi Wallace are going to let walk, especially after picking up Cam Taylor-Britt. Dan Moore going to walk. Allen Robinson is going to walk. Not really getting playing time. And that's it, guys. Let's see what's there for us in free agency. Hopefully, you can pick up some good D linemen, and we'll pick it up from there. All right, guys. Before we get into free agency, there's 3 things I need to point out. Kenny Pickett, superstar. Najee Harris, X Factor. Freiermuth, X Factor. Not complaining at all there. Defensively, Highsmith, X Factor. Minka, X Factor. Yeah, we are definitely 100% just some D linemen away from being contenders. So, looking at it here, we don't need to sign a new lineman. I'm not mad about the guys we lost. $66 million to work with here. Show me some money. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Whoa. Why is he here? Why is Nick Bolton here? That is crazy. All right. Might be completely switching it up. We might be looking to trade one of our other middle linebackers for a stud to put there. Unfortunately, we don't need Owusu-Koramoah as much as I love picking him up. He is just, we don't need him. DJ Reader's here. I wouldn't be terribly upset about that. We can get T-Jonte Johnson back. Let me see what else I want to do here. But hopefully we get Nick Bolton. That would be huge. Guys, ladies and gentlemen. We brought in Nick Bolton. Wow. Not only did we bring in Nick Bolton, but we also brought in DJ Reader on a 1-year deal. We need D-line help, and we picked up, in my opinion, one of the best middle linebackers in football right now. I'm not a Chiefs fan, so I'm obviously the opposite of bias, but Nick Bolton's a beast. Has a ton to offer. Love watching the man play. And we still got a little bit of money, so let me see if I can bring in somebody else. Guys, we also got Khalil Mack on a 1-year deal. This is crazy. Somehow he still has his X Factor. This is huge. Let's go. Alright, guys. And then here in the first round, it's probably the only draft pick we're going to use. But we pick up Ralph Black, a left tackle out of Texas. Hidden dev trade. Nothing to complain about there. So I was honestly looking at the squad, and strong safety and O-line are the only big, glaring positional needs that we have. And they're not even that big of a need, in all honesty. We have the aging Samulo. Sorry if I completely butchered his name. And then aside from that, we're solid everywhere else. I'm obviously going to look for a replacement for Taylor Rapp, but if we don't find one, I'm not going to be mad. Ooh. We might have found one, depending on overall. guys. Gonna send to the end of this draft, look at the draft recap, and then get right into year number 3. Alright guys, looking at the draft recap, we got Ralph Black at a 72, Roberts at a 74, and then the CPU drafted us Antoine Hardy, who is a 74 hidden dev trade as well. Nothing crazy, but also nothing bad. I mean, these are guys that could fill in if we do lose some people, so not bad at all. Let's get right into season number 3 though. Alright guys, here in year number 3 we go 9-8 yet again, but instead of taking on the Bills here on the wild card, we get to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Looking at our stats, we had the 12th best offense, a little bit of a regress there, but nothing crazy. And the defense finally improved to the 3rd best in the league. Kenny Pickett with another great year, 4,200 yards, 35 touchdowns, 10 picks. We'll take that. Najee Harris with a little bit of a regress in terms of touchdowns, but still crazy, 1,311. Receiving wise, we had Freiermuth and Nico Collins with over 1,000 yards. Pickens with 940 and 7, and then T. Higgins with 826 and 3. Defensively, Nick Bolton with over 120 tackles. Cole Holcomb followed that up pretty well. 11.5 sacks out of Highsmith, 11 out of Khalil Mack, 10.5 out of TJ Watt. Over 30 sacks out of 3 players. That's crazy. 3 picks for Joey Porter, 3 picks for Brandon Fleming as well. Heck yeah. Alright guys, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. We need to win a ring. Put together the squad, taking on Patrick Mahomes in GF Field, and of course we lose. Damn. Well, I'm going to send him straight to next season because I know we don't have anything to do. We don't even have any cap room. I signed everybody that I could at the re-sign period. And honestly, I forgot to obviously record it. Rookie mistake, I know. So, see how long this takes. And send the last season. Hopefully we can get something. Alright guys, and then in the last season we're obviously going to go all in. I don't know why it would offer me that. Alright, I guess we're picking up DJ Reader here. We're going to bring him back. Lost him, and now he's back with us. Definitely love to see that. And then let me see, do we have anyone having a decent sized cap in for us? That's not getting any playing time. Kenyon Green. If we didn't have Najee Harris, we would definitely take him up on that offer. If we didn't have Freiermuth, we would definitely take him up on that offer. If we didn't have Nick Bolton and Eddie Murphy, we would definitely take them up on that offer. We're going to take them up on that offer, actually. I know Eddie Murphy's only like a 78 overall, so I'm not too upset about picking up that guy right there. Might look to make one more trade based on some of our picks. If nothing, I'll see you guys at the playoffs. Alright guys, here in the 4th and final season, we do end 11-6, which is good enough to take our division and take on the New York Jets, a new team in the wild card. Hopefully, we had a great stats. 13th best offense, not great. Passing touchdowns took a big dip, and worst deep. What? Oh my god. Am I seeing this right? Najee Harris with 27 touchdowns, guys. Receiving wise, we were terrible. Who would expect a wide receiver core of Pickens, Collins, and Higgins to not even hit 1,000 yards aside from Freiermuth? Defensively, these two guys got to the quarterback, and that was it. Wow. I'm curious though. Did Najee get MVP? He did not. He didn't even come in the top 10. That's kind of crazy. And he didn't even win Offensive Player of the Year. That is even more insane. Alright. Let me check my schemes and make sure they get changed. That could be why. Well, none of our scheme fits, or something wrong with it.
Can we at least beat the Jets? Yes, we beat them 22-19. And we're taking on the Indianapolis Colts here in the divisional. Really? I put together a 90 overall squad and we lose. That is our only playoff win of the whole series. That is crazy. I guess it is what it is. Alright guys, if you guys did enjoy the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I know what I did wrong. I need to focus more on scheme fits. I don't know why I didn't. Just kind of got behind me. I was just kind of very happy with some of the signings and trades I made. Thought I put together a strong enough squad to do it, but obviously we did not. But with that being said, I am going to try to be a little more consistent with posting videos. I know I'm very consistent with streaming and shorts, but videos are where it's at. You guys want to be able to watch a video, not to spend hours watching one. So I'm going to make that happen for you all. So make sure you comment and say what team you'd like to see me rebuild next. And with that being said, y'all have a good night.